Welcome to Shooting It Straight with Stan. I'm your host, Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states and Puerto Rico. Today's topic is keeping your powder dry annuity strategies. If you've ever seen the movie Braveheart with Mel Gibson, I was up for that role, Zeke, with Mel, and Mel beat me out. I don't know how that worked, but they weren't looking for someone as tall and dynamic as me. They were looking for someone that was what I call, you can't say short, you can say vertically challenged. Vertically challenged, and Mel's like, I don't know, 5'8" or something. I'm 6'6". They weren't looking for that. That was too much for the big screen, Zeke. Well, the reason I bring up Braveheart is there's a part in the movie, if you haven't watched it, please do. A guy emailed me the other day, gave this example in a speech somewhere, and he goes, I've never seen that movie. Who hadn't seen Braveheart, for goodness sakes? English, the British are coming and going to war. They're in Ireland, and all of a sudden, and Mel and his horde of merry men, they're waiting on the British to come, and they have these swords or whatever, spears, and he's like, hold, 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 hold. And at the end, then they spear everybody, kill them, and they win. But that's a good analogy into keeping your powder dry, because people are always, I talk to them on the phone, and you can schedule a call with me if you want, stan@theannuityman.com. I'll send you my schedule. That's my email, by the way, stan@theannuityman.com. And people, I'm always asking two questions. What do you want the money to contractually do? When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? And a lot of times people go, I'm really hesitant to annuitize. There's three types of annuity products that creates lifetime income that you annuitize, meaning you're creating payments, you're ripping the knob off the water faucet, right? SPIAs, DIAs, and QLACs. So people are like, I'm not sure I want to do that right now. I'd rather just hold on to the money. Well, there are what I call keep your powder dry annuity strategies. I'll give you an example. Guy calls the other day, goes, I want income in 5 years, but I'm not sure it's going to be 5 years because something else might happen. But in 5 years, there's a good possibility I'm going to need lifetime income. Well, what you can do, two things. You can buy it right now and know exactly what that income stream is going to be in the future, okay? Or you can do a powder dry strategy, which is buy a 5-year, multi-year guarantee annuity, which is the annuity industry's version of a CD. And at the end of that duration, if you still need lifetime income, then we do a non-taxable event transfer into an immediate annuity. That's keeping your powder dry. If you said, Stan, I need income to start in 10 years, again, you could buy something now and we'll know exactly what it's going to be in 10 years. A keep your powder dry strategy would be a 10-year MIGA and then an immediate annuity. Or you could do what's called an income rider attached to an index annuity, which is a CD product. But you could get to the end of the 10 years and say, yeah, let's turn on that income stream, like we'd planned. Or, you know what, Stan, send me all the money back. And the interest that's been earning on it. That's keeping your powder dry. That's getting to the fork in the road moment and picking the darn fork up, right? You don't have to go all in, or you can incrementally build that guarantee. So another keep your powder dry strategy. Let's go to the 5-year example. Hey, Stan, I need income to start in 5 years. I kind of know what I want to put into that, or I know what the monthly income I need that to be contractually. That doesn't mean we have to go all in right now. We could buy 20% now, 20% the next year, 20% the next year, 20% the next year, and then the final year buy the last 20% and then turn on the lifetime incomes. What have you done? You've kept your powder dry. The other keep your powder dry moment or strategy would be, hey, Stan, I need income in 7 years. Things are pretty good. I got a good money manager. We're doing pretty good. I got an AI money manager or something at Fidelity, and it seems to be working out pretty well. They're hedging the risk a little bit, so I'd like to get as much growth as I cumulatively can. Great. Stay there. Keep your powder dry, and at the end of the 7 years, that's when me and you go shop for an immediate annuity for a lifetime income stream. That's keeping your powder dry. Now, let me tell you what's not keeping your powder dry strategy. Because this is going to be pitched by the RIAs, the masters of the universe, brokers, what I call professional dart throwers, because they don't know what they're doing. I always tell people, if you might have a great money manager, I'm happy for you, but people that really know how to do it, you'll never meet them. Okay. I mean, I worked on Wall Street. I met a few of them. They didn't have clients. If the clients they had were institutions and those people weren't allowed to talk to them. But the one that's the keep your powder dry strategy that's been debunked by people like Wade Pfau and Michael Finka and all these really, really smart guys in the room, is, hey, don't buy that annuity from Stan the Annuity Man. He's, he wears the hats and the logos. I mean, I don't know. Don't buy it from him. Let me manage your money, sir. And then what we'll do is we'll just take out 4% of the profits, and that's your lifetime income. The 4% rule. That's garbage. That's such crap, and it has been debunked so many times. And it's easy for someone that's a professional dart thrower in the biggest raging bull market of all time, where you could be a monkey and throw a dart at it and make money in these markets at the time of this taping. It's cavalier to offer that in the biggest raging bull market of all time. The keep your powder dry strategy that doesn't work is the 4% rule, because what if the markets go down 20% one year and you have to still take out the 4% because that's the plan, right? Now you're down 24. You're done. It's a wrap. It's never going to work. It's just never going to work. It only works in raging bull markets, and if you're sane and rational and pragmatic and old like me, you've seen markets go up and down, so you know that it's going to correct eventually. You do. I mean, if not to get in the weeds, but if you read the book Securities Analysis by Benjamin Graham, like all of us old people did when I was first with Dean Wooder a long time ago, the price to earnings ratios make no sense here, right? And there's a lot of young advisors that might be watching this going, you don't know what you're talking about. I do, actually. What I'm saying is the 4% rule doesn't work for keeping your powder dry. That's keeping your powder dry and a wish and a dream and a hope and a prayer. And it typically doesn't work out. Historically, it doesn't work out. Factually, it doesn't work out. But if you don't believe me, just type into Google Wade Pfau, P-F-A-U, and the 4% rule and read away. He's been on my podcast. Just read away at it, okay? So, keep your powder dry strategies. They work. If you can keep your powder dry forever, you can. A keep your powder dry strategy forever is, hey, Stan, I've got X amount of millions of dollars and really, really don't need income. All right, let's just keep your powder dry and just peel off the interest from a MYGA, which is a CD type annuity. That's keeping your powder dry. Turning on lifetime income stream is a decision that me and you will make when we talk, to make sure it makes sense and to make sure you're not overfunding it and to make sure it's in proportion and allocated properly and achieving your goal. I always tell people, when you're using annuities for lifetime income, we use the least amount of money to achieve the goal. Say it again. We use the least amount of money to achieve the contractual goal. Just got off the phone with the guy and said, I need $3,000. I need to start in 4 years. I need a joint life with my wife. Okay, we're going to quote all carriers to see who's going to require the least amount of money to reach that contractual goal. In essence, that's kind of another keep your powder dry annuity strategy. When you're out there looking for annuities, just be careful who you're talking to. Most people don't know how they work truly, and most people don't know how to truly place them. I always kid people, I said, I've forgotten more than most people will ever know about annuities. I've lived it for decades. It's what I do. It's interesting to me. The transfer risk is interesting to me. Lifetime income's interesting. That's getting ready to change because AI is going to change against you. That'll be an interesting time in the annuity industry. We're prepared for it. Okay? But I look forward to speaking with you. My name is Stan the Annuity Man. You can reach me at stan@theannuityman.com. I encourage you to go to my site. It's theannuityman.com. You can run quotes at your heart's content as many as you want. You can see the live MYGA feed. You can download my owner's manuals for free. And I've done a few thousand videos. And I'm going to do an original new video. I made this declaration the other day. I'm going to do a video a day, new one. A video a day, 7 days a week, until I can't do them anymore. And Zeke's like, oh, God. Oh, my God. That's okay, though. I bought Zeke a ukulele the other day. He's from Hawaii. And then he, instead of playing like soothing music, He picked up the ukulele and started playing heavy metal. I'm like, I don't get it, man. But then again, that's Zeke, man. He's behind the camera. I know a lot of you want Zeke to get in front of the camera. That's never going to happen. Okay, he's got a face for radio, if you know what I mean. But keep your powder dry strategies. It makes sense, and it does happen. And you don't have to annuitize. You don't have to rip the knob off the water faucet. You don't have to do something irrevocable. We can structure something that you can keep your powder dry. All right? My name is Stan the Annuity Man. That's Shooting It Straight with Stan. I'll see you next time.